What's your craziest ghost experience you've witnessed and you wouldn't believe it yourself if you hadn't experienced it? Joey wrote in and he says, I was driving down an old country road one night. It was dark and raining like crazy. I could barely see the road. There were other cars in the road and there were not any other cars in the road, and it was pitch black outside. My headlight caught a glimpse of something blue in front of me. When I got closer, I noticed it was a young woman walking in the pouring rain. I drove past her. It was kind of creepy, but I could see that she needed some help, thinking she was broken down or something. I turned around and pulled up beside her and rolled the window down and yelled to her, "Hey, do you need a ride?" Without hesitation, she jumped in the back of my car. I could see her in my rearview mirror. She was soaked and had removed her blue jacket. I asked where she was going, and she said that her house was a few miles up the road and her mom was home and could help her if I just got her there. We made small talk and she said her name was Cindy and she was just trying to get home. Not too long after we pulled up to our destination, she said thank you with a smile and hurried towards a small house with a porch light on. It was still pouring rain, so I got back to driving and eventually made it home. The next day I went out to my car and noticed that the young woman had left her blue jacket in my car. Well, being the gentleman that I am, and I decided after work that day I would drive back out to the little house and take the jacket to her. It took me a good 45 minutes to get there from where I was. As I approached the door, I had a good feeling that I was doing the right thing. I knocked on the door and a feeble old woman answered the door. I explained to her the situation and told her my story about how I had met Cindy and had given her a ride home the night before. She gave me a really weird look and said, "It couldn't have been this house, sir. You are mistaken." I told her this is the exact house. I'm 100% sure of it. She looked down at the blue jacket and a tear ran down her face and she said, "Yes, Cindy is my daughter and this is her jacket, but she has been dead now for almost 10 years. My blood went stone cold and the hair stood up on the back of my neck. I said, "It can't be. I saw her. She was with me." The lady pointed her finger up to a small clearing on her property and said, "That is where she's buried. The tombstone has her name inscribed on it, and as far as her blue jacket goes, she was buried wearing this jacket." By this time, I was in total shock. I quickly ran up to the clearing and saw the stone and couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Cindy scribed on the stone. Be careful when you're driving down those dark, lonely roads at night in the rain. You don't know who you'll meet. Girl. I mean, boy. I would be pooping my pants if I had experienced that. Have you experienced anything similar? Perhaps for videos, pictures, anything. I would love to hear them. You can message me, comment. In my bio, I have a link tree with an email. You can send longer ones too, or multiple ones if you'd like, or stitch this with your own experience. I am obsessed with listening to your guys' stories and meeting all kinds of you that believe in the paranormal or an afterlife of any sort. Yeah, so I can't wait to hear more of your stories.